let's take a little overview here. Gotta beat these guys up. No big deal, really. It's pretty much every session kind of starts this way. I finished doing something that I needed to do, and while I was doing that, an army came up and sieged something, or is on the way anyways. And I go to fight them, and then I decide that's a good time to stop before I have to go do another one of these. So we got 169 horse archers. Hopefully they're all like little fodder horse archers that we can just kill on sight. That's a good thing about beating up the Crusades early and just continuing to beat them up forever, basically, until either you are the Crusades or, you know, they go away. I mean, they won't really go away, but eventually they don't have any land, they run out of money, they're not nearly as threatening. But yeah, they don't have that many high-powered horse archers with them, which is good. You don't want to fight an army that has like 200 conscripts. It's like what I've got. That's really dangerous and annoying, which is why it's good for me and why I don't want them to have it. Never ever. I just made this new clan party here. And get that set up and I can watch my chat just in case get any visitors. Happens sometimes and it's nice, but my setup's not so great, and I know I'm very rough at doing this. I don't like my voice. I keep messing with it every time I do it, try to get it sound a little better. I think I probably need to just get a better microphone too, and go from there. Because it's just, it's okay. It's not the most obnoxious thing I've ever heard, but it's not. I understand. I understand if people pop in and then are like, no, I don't want to watch this. I understand. But I need to watch this because that's the only way I'm gonna improve doing this. And I like playing this game. I'm good at playing this game. You may see like, oh, just abuse horse archers and reload if you don't get your way. Yeah, that's the cornerstone of my strategy is, reload if you don't get your way, and like use the best troops and just use the most out of your resources that you can all the time, and don't waste campaign time. Don't wait around to do smithing or trading, or don't do anything you don't have to do that doesn't somehow weaken a faction that you're gonna take land from. So let's see. Now we've got 4 castles, 2 towns. Actually had a little bit of trouble getting wanderers that I want to make into clans. I had to just grab a random and just kind of, here you go, now you're a lord. I don't really want this guy, but he'll do for now. I have some choices to make here. I mean, there's enough in the game that I can make enough clans, but I would rather it spawned more, and I could be a little more picky about it. Well, whatever, it's okay. Let's see. I should look at my stuff here, too. Okay, we got something to spend. Should probably do that one. Just have room to grow. Everybody. Okay, good. We can get a perk. Healing rate, that's good. I wish there were more perks that actually improve survivability directly, though. We got to do this one because we're not going to be waiting around in settlements. Definitely get that. What else can I give you? What would help you? I may end up actually making her a vassal and switching healers at some point. So we're wait on those before we decide what else to give her. You leveled up. Okay. You got 10 intelligence. What else could I expect from you? Okay, we can do... Let's see, if we give him 5, he'll eventually be able to get this. So we'll do that. That's pretty good. So I take this one because this is really good for me, but this is kind of good for the troops. So So we'll take that. He does. I don't really use him as a party leader. I use him either as a governor to cut my wages down if I'm really not using the cons cards for a while, or just as my captain. He's really good. So we'll take that. That'll do something anyways. Okay. I think we want this one. That's something. That's some money. I mean, money, I feel like for me, money is not the challenge. It's usually getting enough power to put into garrisons and parties as fast as possible, and it's just kind of a balance of you can use your loot to do that instead of building up your money. So I just need enough money to, I don't know. I don't have a money problem with this game. Like you get enough from loot, but it's still spending a little less while you're sieging is fine. And let's see what else. It's like now it gets into like the hypothetical stuff where like if he leads a party, then having one in scouting would be good, but he's not. But we'll do it anyways. I get this person here. So I am using them as a party leader right now. We're gonna do that one. I hope it works for them. I assume it does. I think I would have heard about it by now if that wasn't working. We'll take that one. I'm not giving her a fancy crossbow, and if I make her into a clan leader, she's not gonna have a crossbow. So this that's fine. She may have crossbow troops. I don't know. Got that maxed out. We can go ahead and do that too. That or help her troops. This person is now my governor. Went ahead, gave her mounted patrols. So that hopefully it does what it's advertised, and we have half as many escapes. I don't know. It feels like you have so many prisoners in there. It's just, they're always escaping anyways, but that's okay. It's better than nothing. So she can't own the workshops unless somehow like I die and I choose to make her the ruler. I don't like that either. Or take this one, even though, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter since we're not using her. It's kind of like, and we'll wait on anything we got stuff to spend. This is my big decision is do I want to make her a max intelligence medic and transition to her, like what I can do, make her a party leader, give her a bunch of fodder troops that aren't the same ones that I'm using, and use them very recklessly and try to, just in the normal course of the game, that way I can build up her medicine to eclipse the medic that I already have. And I think that will actually be pretty good. So that's probably what I'm going to do because I haven't had any good medics spawn. I've had multiples of the lesser ones spawn. Let's see. We'll wait on this, even though she's oh no, she has plenty of room to grow. This, yeah, you're gonna be the I forget all the nice words for that. We don't have to say anything. You're not getting married because you're not. I don't want you to leave the clan because you're too useful. You're too valued. I mean, that sounds bad too. There'd be nothing wrong with you leaving the clan if you could say that that's what you want to do, but you can't. So you don't get to. You get to be the medic forever. Okay. Here we go. Yep, I better help him. I wish I could tell him to go away, though. I don't know. I would rather he protect his troops and stuff like that. Hi, Nair. Hi, have you done the main quest lately? And tell me what state it is in? I have not. I have not done it past rescuing your brother. That's the last part of the main quest I do. Um I feel like it doesn't really provide anything to you. Like if you get the dragon banner, you give it to yourself or you give it to your ruler. That doesn't really give you any advantage. Like you get a scripted war and then you get side quests, but it doesn't really, you can't really, most players don't really do the side quests and they end up having it fail and then it basically you get a three-way war and then you have to take a certain amount of their fiefs and then they make peace with you and then it just kind of transitions back into a normal campaign where you just you're a faction and you know they're going to declare war normally, you know, from uh from their calculations. But so I don't really get the appeal, what the appeal is supposed to be of also doing like a scripted war. Let's see, this map is weird. I feel like I don't really have enough room. Actually, I hope they can't get around. I hope they can't just ride around through this. Let's see. One back here. Five. I have any? I got a few. Okay. Three. Okay. We'll do this for now. It's a lot of horse archers. Okay, two. That is not a loose formation. Come here. Come down here. Two. Go like that. And then let's see. Everybody face this direction. There we go. So I guess I would say the main quest, it feels like it needs a do-over. I feel like they need to just understand that the player, when you create a faction, you can't go do, you know, catch the caravan quest all the time and stuff like that. Those days are over as soon as you make a kingdom or you take control of the kingdom. You know, your number one job is stopping armies. Oh, they're coming head on this time. Okay. Well, you can still see them. You shoot them, and then when they go back, we're face positioning. Maybe they're doing, I don't even know what they're doing. They're not, maybe they couldn't see us, so instead of, they put them on advance instead of charge. I have no explanation for what the enemy horse archers did. They're just gonna sit there now. Okay. I mean, this should favor me. We have a lot more firepower. Okay, one, you charge. You can go kill them while they're sitting there. Get in there. Oh, now you're gonna run away just because I moved the infantry up? That's very weird. Okay, one, come back. Come back. Just kidding. Okay. It's a good first pass. You always use her as the engineer. Well, I don't know. I do that too sometimes, although I've kind of come to feel that I don't really need an engineer that much. And this time I really need that need a medic. But nope, nope, two, go back, back, there. Okay. Alright, we'll try this. Last time they didn't actually come from the left, so this time we'll just face them this way. Yeah, I always try to tell people not to do the quest after they rescue the brother, because like there's nothing that happens helps you out at all, and I've never heard anyone say that they enjoyed it either. I've never heard even one person say like, oh, I like the conspiracy quest. I like having to go stop all these caravans and parties before a meter goes down and another war gets declared. You know, I've no, but you know, I've never heard anyone say they liked it. So it's like I can't see any reason to do it. They're gonna do something with the dragon banner though at some point, because if you notice in like the recent updates, it changed into an actual item that you keep in your inventory. So at some point there's gonna be something with banners, and there may be some point to doing it. I hope they also revisit the actual quests too, and make it either not invasive. Let's see. I'm gonna put you on hold fire. I don't want to see any long shots. Either just make the quests, you know, either remove them and just have it like, you know, the main quest is you get the dragon banner, you become the ruler, or add different, you know, add something different. There we go. That was good. Okay. No. Let's see. I'm really hoping they also give us options for like which family members we marry off and which ones we keep in the clan too, because like if you end up making a lot of children and going into the second generation, it makes sense to want to give some of them to other clans, but you know, through marriage. But you should be able to choose whether you're giving, you know, to give them the males or females. Otherwise, like if it's automated, you're gonna have situations where they really need somebody, but you just can't give them anyone because you know you know. Let's see. Please kill those archers. They kill the archers, then we can just finish this. If not, you know, it becomes a lot more complicated. Okay. 4, go over there. 2, go back there. 3, follow me. Let me see, what else do I have? Do I have 6? No, no 6. 6 is everyone, okay. 4, get up here. Not that way though. To move that, I have to like do a extra step in moving them so that they don't, you know. Okay, now come over here. I wish they would just make them prefer to ride around the formation. Okay, we can put these guys to work. I don't even remember. I guess this is what my clan party has. Because I don't remember bringing a bunch of weird infantry stuff with me. Okay. Mop them up. Releasing the game Bannerlord without banners implemented in the game. They would become a meme for life. I feel like they came very close to already doing that, but if you know if the game is able to be kind of fixed up by mods, it can it can become like a good game that will kind of be equal to Warband as far as something that people consider like a good special game because and it's still special in the sense that other than Warband and the games that use the Warband engine, there still aren't other games where you can do this. So even though it has all the problems and they're really slow to fix it, it's like it still provides something special. But I mean, it is going to be weird to say, you get this game and you have to download, a dozen mods for it to be okay. Because I feel like that's not true for Warband. I feel like you can play the native campaign of Warband and it's pretty fun. Let me see. Those prisoners, I want to try something. But yeah, let me see. So I'm assuming that these, when you put them together, you'll actually get a banner that you use in some way. And I'm really hoping that it has some real effects on the gameplay. It gives you something. And I also hope that they add other banners too. So, maybe you're not the dragon banner, you're not the Bannerlord. You go get a different banner and, you have a different ability. You can be the bad guy too, or. I hope it's not just super simplistic. Like, there you go, there's a banner. Shut up. Let's see. Want to donate prisoners. And let me see. Actually, let me back out. I want to do this a certain way so I can either clip it out or just record it here. I want to show that this problem here, it's not a problem exactly, but that, let's see, what is going on here? Oh, okay. Oh, I see. So that's how you can put them in, but you can't slide them back. That makes sense now. Let me see. Let me try that again. Make sure I'm not just messing it up. Okay, so they partially fixed this. So if you're just donating troops, you can't make it give you conformity by doing this. Because once, like, if you actually slide them all in, then they're locked in there and you have to actually, like, reset it to get them back. So they half fixed it. But if you do this with your own garrison or your own prison, you can still do this and just build up your conformity. Yeah, I saw that. I saw block. Someone already did a feast mod within 1 day, showing how easy it is to. Yeah, yeah. Block's been hammering out a bunch of mods showing these kind of missing features. They did one for bandit attacks. I mean, he's done a lot of good mods, but I've noticed just like in the last week, he's put out a lot like that. And yeah, there's definitely some kind of problem going on, or I mean, who knows what's going on with the development, but it's not as simple as just like they don't know how to do it, you know. Or it could be, I mean, I don't know. I wish they would have reached out to maybe hire some of these modders. So a lot of these people, they're not new to modding the game. They've been doing stuff since, Warband, some of them even before. Um, they could have had a lot of those people on board, if they needed help, and they can do it remotely. They're just uploading their code and, having someone sort it out. They could have, I feel like they could have done a lot. Okay. Let me see. The next thing I need to do, I guess I gotta go get my sister, will be the next thing to do. I don't have 500 influence, so I can't make another clan right now. So, what I have to do, I have to do this little trick here. Make her the governor. I guess I have to leave. Go back. Go into the party. Gotta get her some gear first. Let's see. She just starts with a lot of basic stuff. I guess I should actually like buy her gear. Let me see, what can you actually use? I think she can only use the default bows. I could just give her a crossbow for now, and that would help her level up faster. But I have a normal bow that she can use too. See your armor. Creating your own banner would be cool. Yeah. I feel like they actually have the like a system in the game where you could do it, but they took it out because I guess something like people adding their own images, I guess was causing some other bug. So they just took the whole thing out. But I feel like, yeah, that's something that's, I mean, if they don't add it back into the game at some point, that's something I think there's at least been mods for it. I don't know if I never know if the mods are actually up to date with the current versions. Because a lot of the people maintaining them just kind of got burnt out. And they'll probably come back when the game's finished, but you see. Yeah, I'm not going to spend a bunch of money on her. What I'm going to do, let's see, that's decent armor. You can take that from him. You keep yours. Taking this from you. Taking your stuff. You can have You can have the B-list stuff. Let's see. Oh, she has a decent helmet. Okay. So there's decent body armor. Decent gloves. Don't know. Yeah, that's... Well, she can't even equip this horse technically, so we'll leave that on her. I'm gonna go to my storage and get another bow for her. No shield for you. We'll hold on to your shield, though. You get arrows. And we're gonna give you a bow. Okay. Now keep this one around as our healer for our main troops until the sister surpasses her. But she doesn't need fancy gear. Okay. Set up sister now. I'll go here. Do that. Got one more. How are you doing on that? That's okay. That's okay too, I think. Okay, so you get an endurance. One day she can get high riding, and that'll be some useful stuff too. For her. You got bow. To give you riding. It's not gonna happen. Let's see. I don't know if. I guess we'll see if she ever wins a tournament. I'll see if this works or not. Well, I guess this has a secondary effect too. So if she, I don't know. I mean, if I make her the healer, she's not going to be a governor though. So we'll do this anyways, just in case. Just in case. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a mod to get you a husband someday or something. I see. What's a bunch of stuff I don't care about? See, at this point though, it's like I still kind of care about all of this. Just start with these. Yeah, hidden hand. Oh, we got some junk anyways. Let's see, I gotta give her a little more than that or I won't be able to pull her into the castle. This is kind of wasteful to give her normal footmen. Because like they're not that bad. We'll see, I'll save and then see if it lets me add her to my army. And actually I can get rid of this one. Let's see, okay. Yeah, they're very basic. It's just to show off what he can do until don't. They said from the beginning they want to create something different than Warband 2, and I respect that. I only struggle with their current version. Yeah, I get that too, that yeah, that he's kind of making a point about it, but I mean, I can see having like a mod set too that just adds all that stuff when the game's settled. But yeah, I mean, I feel kind of the same way where if they're gonna add different stuff to the game, as long it has to be good. Like if they want to say Let's see, what am I trying to do? Oh, I need to talk to you. That's who I want to talk to. For instance, okay, the army system, that's a new system. It's not the same as Warband where you have marshals. And, you know, that will just kind of collect the individual parties and basically make a pseudo army. But if it gets to the point where it's just, yeah, give me everything, thank you. Yes. Where it's just like most of the game is just the AI making armies. And, you know, even if they're not doing anything, even if they're not actually finishing their sieges and stuff, they're just kind of waddling around. You know, I think that that's not good. And I think, you know, I kind of like the martial system where, you know, you have one big group that's trying to do something and then the rest are still kind of taking care of business on their own. And also it gives the player a way to find single parties that they want to fight early in the game. They don't have to join an army or try to make an army or fight a whole army. Let's see, you. Oh, I can't do that yet because I don't have her bow yet. Darn it. That's okay. Back to the keep. Put some of this in here. There we go. And I'm gonna disband her though. So army, you go away. Yes. And then kick her out too. She already got. Oh, I guess you recruited troops. Okay. No, you go. Go away. Oh, I already did this. Okay. That's why it's important to save before I do any of that, because that was a oopsie, because I need to give her a bow that she can use. Okay, we'll just go down here and get that bow first. Or do anything else. But yeah, I'm fine with them not having everything that's in Warband in the game, but they need to, I would say they need to have an equal amount of things to do and like equal things in the game. Like, okay, you don't want to have books that you read to get skills, but maybe add something in the game that we can help our companions or our characters get extra skills or skills that are hard to get from combat. You know, add something else instead. Okay, let's see. Want. She can't use that. Where's my... I should have just a normal hunting bow in here that she can use. Hope I didn't sell it because it's strangely hard to find just the normal bows that aren't damaged. The no skill bows. Maybe I still haven't. I just... I don't see it. These are all damaged. This should just be a mountain hunting bow. I probably got rid of it somehow. Okay. Let's see, do they have one? Devastate people, that's not as good though. It has the accuracy is a little different, so it will take her longer, but we'll do that. You have to, everyone has to be a horse archer. We'll just give her your troops, I guess. Give me your troops. Yes. And then we'll go to here, make party. The biggest waste for me is currently the generational system. You can have heirs, but as you heirs and play them, what is that? What is that? That's what is great, but the game progresses so fast that there's simply no need for that. Yeah, I agree though. The most I've done with it is I had the first child I had became 18 when there were about 2 or 3 thieves left that the AI had. So he joined the party for the very end of the game. Um, yeah, the game just, it doesn't last that long enough to make use of it. Let's see, gotta give you stuff that we can get killed. Actually, this stuff is too good for her. We'll do it for now. Just to make space, and then we'll swap it out. Oops. Yeah, give me these. I think they need to make the children grow faster. I think 18 campaign years is just way too long. They should make it like maybe 5. Just, just let it be a fantasy part of the game where it's like 5 years for them to grow up, have like 5 education choices, or events. Maybe even, add more to it so it's not just picking stuff from a menu. Like there's 5 or 6 events as your child grows up, and then they can join your party. And if they wanted, they could even make them join the party younger. Like let them be 13 instead of 18, but also shrink it down so you have, let's just say you have 5 game years worth of the baby getting to be 13, and they join your party, and they can do normal functions, um, and they can build their skills and stuff. Because yeah, it does seem like kind of a waste. What else here? Let's see, what have you got? Yeah, you don't need those. And I have to hurry and add her to the army before. I don't think anybody will try to steal her right now. I don't think my vassals are in shape to be making an army. I can kick her out too. You go away now. I want you to just be a clan member. Do this too. Parties. Spice vendor. And party. There you go. Go out. Go back in. It's you, right? Okay, yeah, you come back into my party now. Okay, I guess she's not available yet. I don't know. See, what's some other stuff I can give her? Can have these. These. That. That's probably good. Where are you? Didn't I just add you to my army? Where are you going? Oh, I disbanded the whole army instead of just kicking out the... Okay. There we go. We see your troops. Give me these, that, this, those. What else? Guess I don't really want you to have anything too good to lose. Then you can have that, this, those. Okay, that's too many. Take that. What have you got? I guess you don't need that. We can hold on to those. I mean, really, these can be turned into anything, so they're pretty good. Alright. Better go. No! No, don't tell the mods. Hi, Xantrix. No telling mods. I'm not using any mods. This is partially testing the game. Because it is on the beta branch, so I will later I'll export this and I may be timestamping some stuff to like show tail worlds. Or I can clip it out too, I guess. I don't know. I haven't found anything exciting today though, but I have a little list of stuff though to complain about. They could simply turn up the required XP to level your clan, but I don't know if the game would feel stretched out and boring. I feel like it's really weird because sometimes when you join a faction, and you become a vassal, sometimes it becomes incredibly easy. The faction will just give you fiefs and kind of, it's really easy to just rack up a bunch of money, get a bunch of fiefs. And sometimes that's not the case though. Sometimes it's actually like they they'll give you a fief or you can take a fief, but then you don't get any support to hold on to it. And then they'll make peace and you're stuck with your army and no enemies to fight and you suddenly have to like scrounge for money because you're bleeding so much money. And you can do other stuff to build up money instead, but it's like you shouldn't really have to do that. So I don't know. I like that it's at least possible to skip the vassal phase and just, you know, build up rank 4 and do this, even though this barely works too. This is very close to not working at all. Let's see. I gotta figure out what I want to do next. Okay, I need to drop off prisoners. So even with all these prisoners locked up, they're still sending an army every few days. Big reason for that is that they can somehow keep affording mercenaries and just hire all the mercenaries. So we'll stick them in here. Okay, now here's another. Oh, what did I do? Okay, go back to the screener. It's another thing. I feel like this has been reported, and I thought they said they fixed it, but it's still in the game, and it also, I've seen other people kind of bring it up. And I tested earlier, and it seemed like, wait, no, go back. Seemed like if you're donating prisoners, they fixed it. But if it's your own prison like this, you just keep sliding them back and forth like this, and it gives you conformity each time, so you can get them all. Which, I mean, that's really cool to get a bunch of prisoners, but it's also a big cheat. I mean, look at this. It's like I mean, that would kill my loyalty, but like obviously this is a big cheat right now. It's a big cheat to be able to do this. And I could have sworn I saw something about it already. So I think that's enough. I don't think I have to do all of them. But if I wanted to, I could sit here and take all of this. I could take all of these things, that's enough to fill like all my clan parties, max out the garrison. I wouldn't have any morale, but now I better stop this clip here. Okay. That's a big cheat. But I'm not gonna do that because I try to play without doing like that kind of exploits. I'll do other things that kind of exploit holes in the game, but I don't want to do things like that that just like you just get something that you're not supposed to have like that. Yeah, there's lots of ways to exploit the game. I do think though, I mean they definitely need to remove most of them. As to me it comes down to how much effort does it take to do the exploit. It's like for doing that, assuming it doesn't work in other people's fiefs, which I tried earlier with donating prisoners and it didn't seem to work. So I think you need to actually own a fief to do this. But that's still a really powerful exploit. It doesn't really require you to do anything extra because you're going to get a fief in the game and you're going to take prisoners, no matter what you do. So it's just like getting extra troops for nothing. Um, Other things like, okay, like I like to go in and soften the garrison with my character. Like if I can, I'll kill all of them, but lately it hasn't been working out that well. I think they made some minor improvements to the AI to where it's a little hard when it gets to the point where I have to actually go into the structures to find like the last like 40 archers. They usually get me. It's not as easy to get them. But still, that softens the garrison up so much that you have a pretty easy siege. And I mean that's an exploit, but at the same time they've programmed the AI to do that, to open up the gate when you retreat your party. And it's been reported. And it's been a well over a year and a half. I can't remember when. I don't know. I mean, I feel like it must have been within the first month or so that it's like, oh, if I retreat the party, they come out of the fief, and then I can kill them. Let's see. I guess I have to take this next. We got rebels. These rebels are gonna join them because they rebelled from the North Empire. They could take this, but I don't really want to have one town in the middle of them right now. Also, the rebel garrison that they spawn with is actually better than most of their garrisons. Well, I guess not. This one is good. This is his main town, though. Well, this one is good too. Never mind. All their garrisons are good. Let me see. I wish I could find some more. Let's see. There's something I forgot. Oh, I reset it. I forgot to actually put them all into the prison. Okay, there we go. I need to sell some stuff to them. As slowly but steadily, I did start to go low on money. I had like 350 when I started the faction. And it's just because I've been promoting so many troops and using the paid in promise and giving hands perks. So I'm not selling the loot. So I'm using all the loot money and the actual, promotion money. I guess that means that I actually spent not all of that, but probably at least 100K just raising up troops. And the rest is, I do pay a daily wage. It's actually a pretty big daily wage. Let me see. We're gonna pull out our B team here and go try to do a siege before another army comes. I guess we can take you. What else? No, I don't want to bring all of that. I guess I might as well. Like, it seems kind of mean to bring the Lancers to the siege, but I mean, they will function as infantry, so it's okay. And I don't really need them for anything, so it's not my fault. Oh, okay, so here's actually, no, I think so. If I put the brother in as the um the governor, he has cavalry. Oh no, yeah, he has cavalry tactics, so I can actually cut down that cost in half. Let's see, the garrison. That saves me about 1.5K a day if I do that, but they'll have a bigger escape chance because Vamina, who's currently the governor, she has the other perks. She has mounted patrols. So I think it's worth paying more money and having less of them escape for right now because I'm still in a very weak state here. I have 4 clans, but all of them are still weaker than pretty much any AI clan. Like even the mercenaries can kind of just walk up and beat them up. So we're coming up though. We're getting bigger than them. But if I make peace with them or something like that, they're just gonna build back most of their power and come attack me again. So it's better to just keep on them as long as possible. Okay, we're gonna go do this. Hope we don't see any more armies. Good, she's gaining a level. What do I want to do with you? Besides, I guess, yeah, you need this stuff. There goes this guy. They're pretty good about stocking their castles up. I think this is the way. I think I want to take this, then I can take these. And then I can go around this way. I don't want to just have Chekand over here or Macab. Get these queued up even though I probably am not going to use them. And let's see. Did I set my engineer? I did. Okay. Let me see. Uh-oh, what? Oh, I gave the sister my arrows. Okay, someone has to give me their arrows now. Oh, well, I'll do without. It's okay. Alright, pause. Doesn't look like anyone's sieging me back there. So they've made ballistas. I don't know. The question is, can I safely do this without losing too many, I mean, I say resources, I mean too many troops with this many ballistas. And I guess it just depends on the map, because sometimes you can rush in and get nice and close, and they can't really do anything. So what I gotta do is I gotta look and see what it looks like, and then reload, and then either make the trebuchets or just go in and kill the infantry myself. But either way, I have to find out if I can even leave those ballistas up. Let's see. Orton Siege 1 done. Actually, I have to go AFK for a minute. So, because the sun went down and now it's dark, I'm gonna put on mute my mic and put my other thing on, and I'll be right back. All right. Let's see. Weirdly enough, when I tried 1.7.2, the AI tried to do just that. The ram broke while sieging and they retreated in the corner of the map, just sitting there and waiting. Still had an intact siege tower, but ignored it, forced me to come out and fight in the open field. Yeah, that I haven't done a defensive siege in a long time, but that is weird, but I mean, I feel like right now, well, you actually have the advantage you have in a defensive siege right now is just that you can retreat and just keep hammering them with ranged weapons as they try to approach you, and you should be able to bring them down that way. Which, of course, they should patch that too. Okay, before I forget what I'm doing, I gotta go in there. This is just to see how the troops are gonna behave with those ballistas. Because if I can get them safely, like in a good spot, say, okay, we've got ladders here, ladders here. We're gonna have a ballista here. Okay, they're right out in front, so we kind of have to hug the walls. Be nice if we could spread out so they can't just fire right into you. Okay. And then once we go into the siege, instead of all the stuff it showed us, we just have group 2 and group 5. So 2 here, 5 over there. And see if we can get past these ballistas. Oh, they got one of them. Okay. 2, move up. Move closer. Let's see. I gotta watch and see. Are they still... They're getting shot by the ranged, but that's okay. You guys spread out. Spread out. Spread out, but also get a little closer. Let's see. Okay. I think they can get close enough to not just get hammered by the ballistas the whole time. So I might be wrong, but I thought I would like a defensive siege because I kind of liked them in Warband. Like in Warband, I would like to get something like a military cleaver or sword of war, you know, any weapon like that, and just kind of go in the corner right by the ladder where they were coming over and just like hack them, and you would get a lot of experience doing that. Even if you're high level already, you could, you know, that was a great way to get a lot of experience, and it was pretty fun. You can't really do stuff like that in Bannerlord though. They're like once they start coming over the ladder, you're in trouble usually. Oh, but what I don't like about it in Bannerlord is you can't really control your troops at all as far as like where you'd want to position them. It's like the defender setup is actually really bad. It's like they have all of these ranged units, but only a small amount of them are actually like in a place where they can actually shoot at you. And you know their infantry kind of gets in a spot. Let me see. Better get behind these rocks here. Here we go. But like what I would want to do if I could actually command the siege, I would want some ranged up on the walls, but then I would want to pull them back to actually fire on them as they come over the ladder. You know, that would be a lot better. And I've done that in you know, some warband mods, the sieges are a bit different, and you can actually like they're much bigger maps. Like in some of the 1257 AD maps, like there's places where it was actually better to like pull back inside the siege area and let the enemy just kind of come in and just like shoot at them from every angle, like because you know they kind of get funneled in there when they come over the ladders. Let's see. See, this is much better. It's a lot. This is a big garrison, though. Maybe I should have took my arrows back anyways. All those nomads. Let's see. Okay. No end in sight. There we go. That's my favorite part. I wish if I could actually just level off of this and pick skills like in Warband, this would be even more exciting. But as it is, it's, you know, I am getting XP and a level up, but I'm already kind of pretty specced out. I'm just waiting on the skills to actually catch up. Let's see. If I remember correctly, if I can get into the siege map here, I can actually do a lot of damage if I can get in there. Based on past versions. I don't know if they changed where the arrow barrels are, but I think there's one I can actually get to pretty easily. Not this time though. I'm gonna retreat, and I should probably have taken that other stack of arrows with me. But yeah, for every one of these, this is, you know, saving one of my troops, pretty much. Not really, but... Let's see. You're a shield. And they, you know, in one of their updates, they said they changed how they behave so that they should like split apart and try to like surround you. And I could have sworn it seemed like that was the case, but now it's certainly not. So I don't know if it just never really was working, or if it got like reverted back somehow. Because just seems like the original. You know, they just kind of chase you around and they become a big blob from chasing you around. So they do remember at one point it seemed like they would try a little harder to surround you. And I didn't see any throwing weapons this time either, so that could just be from what's in their garrison. They just don't have any. I think it's only like the top 2 infantry that actually have a throwing weapon, though. It's another thing that I've suggested is that, like, if you could arm them in the siege, like if they're gonna sally out like this, just give them all a throwing weapon. That would shut this down. Like, you would not be messing around with them. If they all had a throwing weapon, they could just pelt you with it. Okay. Where are you? Oh, those are my arrows. Okay. Bolts. Okay. Give me your crappy arrows. I guess that bug is well known, but seeing my archers clumped every time when I order them spread out. Yeah, that is really annoying. Um, it happens with all kinds of troops, but it's most noticeable with the archers because if they're not in like a good line or a good loose formation, they don't work right. They can't all shoot. You're basically only using like a third of them. Like only the ones in the front are going to be shooting. Um, it's pretty annoying. That's like it's weird because it comes and goes too. Because like in this game, this playthrough of this game, I mean, I put my second horse archers in formation 2 just so that they would be in a long line instead of clump. And then at some point it changed so that they're also in a big clump by default. And like always having to like drag them across the map like with the cursor to spread them out. It's really lame. And it also sometimes it makes them face a direction. So you're do it and you're like, oh, that's perfect. They lined up where I want them, and then the enemy starts coming up, and you notice a bunch of butts facing them. They're all facing backwards, and I don't know. I feel like There's a lot of small, simple fixes that they need to do that would go a long way. Okay. Yeah, and I've brought that up a lot, like on the Tail Worlds forum, that like loose formation needs to be like it needs to be a loose formation. And line needs to be a line. A line should be like at most maybe, 3 sets of troops deep. You can't, put them in line formation and it's just like it's a very long block, but it's like, 7 or 8 troops deep, and that isn't good. I don't even know if that's good for infantry. I think, yeah, I don't think it's really good for any troops other than what it looks like. Like if you were looking at it like overhead and you wanted it to look like, what people imagine like, medieval militaries, like, Roman legions would look like, and you see like these big blocks of troops. But that doesn't mean like that doesn't mean that that's how they should fight. I guess I should just wait back here. I don't want to get shot by the ballista. Let's see, what have we got here? We've got a lot of infantry left. And we've even got someone's party is in there too. Alright, come on guys. We got more arrows this time. Something came at me. I don't know. They shouldn't be. Oh, okay. They got something with throwing weapons this time. Who did it? Come out. Probably you. As long as the troops are close like this, they shouldn't shoot the ballista at me. If they did, you could use it to get rid of the troops. And you can... I think you can... Well, no, I guess they probably don't shoot the catapult at them anymore, but you used to be able to, like, if they had a catapult and you kind of kited them around in front of the catapult, you could get them hit by the catapult. It was pretty fun, but... Yeah. Yeah, units blocking each other and shield wall. Yeah, it should be like 2 or 3 troops deep. And they should kind of overlap each other, but not so much that they can't swing their weapons. And I just feel like the difference, though, between shield wall and charge formation or loose formation is too different, too. Like, if you put them in shield wall, they actually will hold their shields up, and they have pretty good defense against ranged weapons. It depends on the troop and how big their shield is, but then when you go to do charge, or put them on loose and charge, or anything else, then suddenly they do stuff like this, and they bob their shields up and down, and they're really, suddenly at the mercy of ranged units, and it's just like they should be able to run with their shield up, and they should always do their best to defend themselves with the shield, even at, whether they're in shield wall or not. And it's just, I don't know. I feel like a better way would be to, have them use their shield as best they can when they're charging, when they're attacking, And then have the shield wall maybe just give a buff. Like make it so the shields take even less damage. Shields get bonus radius. Oh, you, who is that? That's not a... You, you, she snuck up on me. That's not a troop. That's a lord. They snuck out here. They weren't with them. They hit me with their sword. Oh well. I'm gonna get you. Where are you? Maybe they were in there and I just didn't see them. Now, okay, there she is. I'm gonna get you. I see your head sticking out. Got me pretty good hit, but it's okay. That might end up being bad though when I go into to kill some archers. But I don't necessarily have to kill the archers. It's just, it's almost like a compulsion. It's like because I can and I want to do it, even when I have a lot of troops. Really, I don't have a lot of troops now, though. I have like one set of troops for siege and one set of troops fighting the field. And the rest of the garrisons are pretty skimpy. I would like to get rid of that lord, though. So they don't do that again next time. Where is she? I see. Maybe if I spread out a little more, maybe they'll... Let's see. Where are you? Where's Waldo? Oh, she stays in the back. That's how she got me. Because I was circling around this group, and she just kind of hit me in the side. That's how she got me. So it looks like it should have hit her, but it didn't. Alright, we got 5 arrows left. I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna get her out of the picture. But despite all the critics, I like the game and there is a lot of good stuff in it. Mini quests are actually useful and combat is fun when it works. Yeah, I agree. Ooh, someone's hitting me. Oh, they're shooting a ballista at me because I'm not close enough to the troops and I'm also not behind the rock. So that was close. Yeah, I agree. There you go. I do think it's funny though, sometimes like when the quests are pretty rewarding, they'll actually patch it out. Like the grain quest used to give you a whole lot of relation when you did it, and they patched it, and for a while it didn't give you any. I think that was I think that was a accident. I think now I haven't done it, I guess, in a while. I think it gives you a little bit of relation, but it was like, I thought that was okay to have one quest that just gives you a bunch of relation, you know, with the village. Because I mean, they're starving. They need grain, and it didn't give you much of anything else. It wasn't like a big payout or anything. It was like that was the point of it. But I guess because some people were saying, "Oh, you get so much relation, you max out your relations, and you recruit all the troops. It's the best." So I don't know. It's funny because it seems like there's some devs in charge of certain things that pay attention to it, and they're like, "Oh no, you can't cheese the game like that," and then they'll patch it, and then other stuff it just years go by and it doesn't get changed. Let's see. Oh, I can't click my party while I'm out here. Okay. Let's see, how are we doing now? They got a lot. This is a nicely loaded town. I kind of almost feel like when you start taking away their other towns, they just start dumping more stuff than what they have left, even though most of them are also in prison. Okay. Run. Back. Back. Okay. One withdraw. And I better... Don't shoot me. Get out of here. Yeah, that lady hitting me on the side might end up being a problem though when I go in there. That means I only take a couple of arrows before I have to withdraw. Let's see. Got what time it is. Oh, it's early still. Coffee. '57 militia. They should also send out their lancers, footmen, spearmen, one horseman. Oh, they have even more down there. Oh, this is the garrison. I was looking up. Oh no! Hey, that was sneaky. You snuck up on me. Oh, he came around the other side. Okay. All right. Sneaky. Oh, they came on both sides. All right. Well, it got me that time. Call the devs. You did it. The AI's perfect now. Early access is over. All done. You see. Finding daughter quest is still bugged. It should spawn a companion, but they never appear according. Yeah, I know. I was disappointed by that too. I don't know if it was in this playthrough or I think it might have been one of the previous ones, because I had like a big plan for that. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go do that and then recruit the daughter right away. And if you get them on the first day, like before the day changes, they won't have their stats allocated. Or so that's the idea anyways. That's what some people have said. That seems to be true. Because occasionally you'll find wanderers that where all of their stats are unallocated and you can just, fill them out however you want. And the idea is that when they spawn, they're actually like that, and then it's only like after a certain amount of time, like the first day goes by, then they do it themselves automatically. But yes, I had big plans for getting the daughter, and then they never showed up. And it's kind of normal at first for them to say never been seen, even though that sounds like a lie, since obviously you just saw her at the village. But usually, like a lot of times, wanderers will say that until you actually like have encountered them. But yeah, I've noticed that too. I could never find that one. And another thing, I thought that I think if you do that quest, sometimes you've resolved the quest, but she still remains in the game, and she'll be listed in the Wanderers, but she's not. She actually isn't one. It's like if you solve the quest peacefully, I think. I think you have to kill the. If you kill the guy, then they're supposed to become a Wanderer because they don't go back home, and you don't let them stay with the husband either. I think that's. I don't know. It's kind of complicated, and it's the kind of thing where even if you think you know how it works, I don't know if yeah, it just happens to work that way, like, or if it was purposely set up to be that way. So I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't even intend for them to become a companion. But it'd be good, and in fact, a lot more stuff like that I think would be good if there were quests that spawn a companion, or maybe even the outcome of the quest. You could get a different companion. Like you choose one over the other. And they showed off some cool stuff in like the early builds of the game when they showed it at like Gamescom. Like there was a companion where you had to defend them in a trial by jury. Or not a trial by jury. Trial by combat. That'd be a different game if we had a trial by jury. But and that was a cool idea. And it's presumably if you save them, then they'll join your party, or they join your clan. But I don't think that's in the game. Let's see. I don't think I'm gonna finish these guys off here. If I do, then I have to hug that wall, and I have to tab and check and see did I actually kill all the infantry. Because if I get inside, I can get to an arrow barrel, and I can refill all the arrows and shoot lots of ranged units. But if there's some infantry left still, I need some arrows to kill them before I do that. Otherwise, they'll get me. They'll bonk me, knock me down, take my horse. Let's see. I don't know. It's like its own kind of fun to do this. It's like, you know how like kids get like fidget spinners or like the little dimple things, or I guess you used to just use bubble wrap. I think it's like the same idea. Okay, I ran out of ammo. Next time we'll go inside. No, but they're like my bubble wrap fidget toy to just kind of like circle around and just shoot them like that. You're married, Kuze. Oh, you're pregnant. You're pregnant. Got your lipstick on and your makeup. It's funny. I always think it's kind of funny that that looks very contemporary, like makeup options that they added. And I can see having that for the player, but it is weird that NPCs do that too. But, I mean, a lot of them look more, like that looks more natural. That's fine, doesn't matter. Make sure we save. Yeah, I wish we could get, like a clarification on the daughter quest, because I've seen people report it and, they say that they passed it along, to the developers. But like if they could just say, "Oh, yeah, that was a mistake. You're not supposed to get a wanderer out of doing that quest." Then I would know. But because I'm thinking about that even now, like, oh, that'd be really cool since I'm having a problem finding enough wanderers and I'm having to take kind of subpar ones. And really, I would like to use female wanderers because when they marry, they can marry a lot easier because there's a lot more males in the game. And the enemy lords, they have high stats too, so it's like you're depriving an enemy from having a high stat lord when they marry and take them into their own clan. But I might end up with a sausage fest in this game because it's like there's like 30 male wanderers and there's like I think like 4 or 5 more female ones, which I couldn't find any of them in time. It's like I need to make those clans now. I need to just increase the power of the faction, and hopefully once I have like 5 or 6, they'll start to actually do some work. Right now they're just kind of waddling around, putting stuff in their garrisons. If anything attacks them, they lose, even like the weaker factions. Okay, I gotta pay attention. That guy snuck up on me last time. I guess you're too old for that. For what? Oh no, I get. You mean the fidget spinner reference? Well, I don't have a fidget spinner, but I know that they exist. And I've seen that, like those. It's like a thing. You push it down and it pops back up like bubble wrap. There's even a song about it. And I actually heard a song about it. I'm like, what is this, like a sex thing? Is this song like a sex, what does that mean? What is a simple dimple bop it? That sounds disgusting. And I had to look it up. It's not, it's just a toy. But, yeah, I'm not going to go buy one. But I'll shoot these guys with arrows and it's kind of that same effect. Okay, so that's... I feel like that wasn't enough. Okay, no spearmen. We got 1 footman in there somewhere. What else? Okay, there's 3 more of them. So they're gonna... The problem that can come up is that when I go into the map, they're gonna... At some point, those 3 infantry are gonna try to attack me. And sometimes when I get back there, it's really laggy, and that can make it really hard to fight something on foot. But I gotta try it. Tailworlds doesn't answer to questions. It's part of the company policy. Yeah, they have to be careful with what they say. And usually the most that they can say is that it's been resolved. And that it's, the fix will be in a future patch. Or they can say, oh, it's working as intended. But yeah, they can't say a lot usually. And I kind of understand why, because I know sometimes early on they would say a bit more about stuff. And then a month later, people would be making a bunch of topics saying, you guys said this and then you did this. Why'd you do that? And it's like, well, that person was just giving, their opinion on what they were working on at the time. It doesn't mean that, they're probably changing what they're doing week to week, and some things aren't going to make it into the game. But so I get why they're, don't say as little as possible, don't. But I don't know. Sometimes I get mad at the game, and it's not really the game's fault. It's just because I've been sitting there staring at a screen too long, and like I run out, my blood sugar gets low or something, and I just start getting more cranky. And then I'll be saying, "Oh, I can't believe the controls are so bad. There's no balance. Why did they do that?" I'll say all that stuff, and it's half true. Some of the controls could be a lot better. Oh, what did I do? Nope, go the other way. There we go. They could be better. Things could be balanced, but a lot of times I'm getting irritated. It's more for a biological reason than for the actual quality of the game. That's okay. I think here's where I want to be for this. See that? See, that's so choppy right there. Nope, nope, don't get stuck. Okay. And I know part of it is I'm not really supposed to be back here. Too old for bubbles or fidget spinners? Yeah. Well, I've never had one. I am too. But playing a video game and just mindlessly shooting that infantry in the head I think has a similar effect. I guess I don't know because I've never got a fidget spinner. I do like bubble wrap though. But it never occurred to me to go buy bubble wrap to pop it though. All right. I'll make sure we're actually done with infantry. And now to find my spot. Oh, 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 oh. There's my spot. That wasn't the way I wanted to find it though. Okay. It's a spot anyways. Let's see. Alright, so they're over there. Let me see. I think it's that tower is where I want to get to it eventually. Okay. Ooh, they're really packed in there. That doesn't even look like troops at first. But it is. Alright. So can they see me? Oh, they see me. Okay. Alright. So you can send it, can't I? Oh, it won't let me go back to siege preparations. That's a new one. Usually, I think in the past you could just go back to your siege camp and keep building stuff if you got knocked out. So that's interesting that it makes you leave or send troops. So I don't want to send troops. But like I said, yeah, having low HP going in made that a problem for me. But we actually don't strictly need to do that. We can go in and just do a normal siege. Even though it's kind of fun to go in there. Okay. So think No, I don't want them to get stuck on all this stuff. So I think they have to start in the middle there. Okay. Spread out. And 2. Nope. 2, go right there. Right, hug the wall. And 5, right there. For starters anyways. And I'm going right here, so I don't get shot right away. Oh, why are they... They're walking too slow. You guys don't walk slow. Yeah, and 2, you kind of look that way. 5, see this, it's like it's not good, but it keeps us out of the range of the ballista. So it's good enough. And now without, they don't have that much infantry. So they have to bring their archers out to the ladders to try to push. Oh no, who did that? Okay. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Go on. They have to go up the ladder. See, that's... No. I'm just going to hide and not do that because I don't even know which one shot me. But we definitely want to do the hug the ladder thing. We don't want to go up the ladder until we kill most of them. We fixed siege engines or new sheep texture. I guess it's understandable. Understandable how they... Yeah. Okay. Third try. Here we go. That was a warm-up. Okay, everybody loose. 2. Do this. Go. Go really close. Really close right there. 5. Loose. 5. Really close. There you go. Even closer. Right there. Yes. That might be too far back. Or it might be perfect. I can't tell. I wish I could make just this infantry put its shields up. Well, I can't do that. Like, if I say shield wall, they're gonna smash together. But I guess most of those are the sister's troops, so... Like, she's racking up the medicine, so... It's not all bad. Okay, 5. 5. Move back just a little. Just a little. I want you to be able to shoot those guys. 2. Get a little closer. I don't want that ballista. No ballista. Just archer on archer action. And I'm going over here. I assume the ballista got me because it got me for 93 damage. But I guess marksman could probably do that to me too. It's a little rough, but it's still better than just sending him straight up the ladder. Except I don't like how this formation is so... Because, like, it's like we said, it's only the first few are actually doing anything. Let's see. Well, let me do a drag. Okay, 5. Okay. Spread out a little more. Oh. They're looking backwards now. Okay. 5. Look that way. Look that way, please. It's so... its own weird kind of fun. Okay. Back in our hiding spot. We're losing some troops, but they're not Khan's guard, so... And sister is getting medicine. 19. 20. It would make it so much better if you could just specifically control the infantry. Because when they start to thin out here, if you could just send just the infantry up the ladders first, while the archers stay there and keep shooting, that would be so much better than just, you know, them just kind of blobbing up all together and having most of the forces just waiting at the ladders to go up. Not that we're going to have much infantry when we do that, but that's okay. 23 medicine. Just quick learner with her 10 intelligence. Another useful button would be to transfer only wounded troops, because right now it does it almost backwards, where like if you have a stack of troops and you give them to someone else and then take them back, you only take the healthy ones first. And because what I would like to do is after this siege, give the sister a full party, or as full as I can, of wounded troops and let her heal those up. But I don't think I can do that because I can't like give her just my wounded troops. Maybe I can. Maybe it'll let me. Maybe if I slide him back into my party, it'll work. I don't know. I'm gonna try it though, because sister needs her education. Let's see, how are we doing here? I got 85 defenders left. They're getting beat up now. I better... I don't know. I find it unlikely that they would just suddenly start shooting them with a ballista now. But actually, let me see. 2, look more that way. I think you're ignoring some of those units that you could be shooting. Maybe that was a bad idea. I guess they just don't have as many ranged on this side. Okay. Let's do this. Let's 2, you charge first. Just you guys. Since they have more infantry, and they're doing their little slow walk thing. They're doing their tough guy walk. Okay, that's enough. Get in there. Turn into medicine skill. $27 medicine. Okay, at least if the ones in the back are actually trying to shoot still. Okay, 5. See, can we spread you out? Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, that's better. That actually got better. Unless that was a ballista hitting them. Let's see. Ooh, something happened there. I guess some of them routed. Some of them ran away. We might have to do a keep battle, though. Oh, they opened the gate. Okay, everybody charge. We're done. Somebody's probably stuck in a wall somewhere. Battle's finished. We go in the well? No. Okay. Let me see. I want to see. Huh, that's curious. It doesn't show me the little arrow here for her ups. Because she got a whole bunch of medicine up. That's weird. And I guess she got knocked out though. I'll be mad if somehow it messed it up and she doesn't get that skull. Because that's the whole point. She has 20 troops left. Let me see. Yes, you can have this. That will be important for you. Can have this too. So we have to go in that siege. What do I want to do? Let's see, do I have any? I just have the glaive. Okay. Now, it kind of lies because it gives you this screen, but as soon as some of them die, it's just gonna send in whatever. Like it, you know, definitely should use you. None of them. Oh, good. They're already wounded. Let me see. What else would be good here? Definitely want to use him. I guess these are okay. Oop. No, I guess we need more than that. Okay. Yeah, I use you. I know there's been some of these where I spawned in and immediately I'm just like shot up. Ooh, we can't get over that? Okay, I can shoot you though. Oh. Let's see. Someone shooting me. Okay. Okay, they're shooting down. I jump over it? No. I can get shot in the butt trying though. Probably could jump over it if I kept trying. Let's see. You guys, show me where you're going. Where? Okay, we go over here. Oh, there's steps there. Okay. Oh, well. Now it's not my problem, though. Oh, Kuze Nomad. Okay. They go up, and then they go down, and they go around. Okay. Let's see. A more exciting point of view here. There we go. We're done. We're done. Honestly, the way you level skills is altogether not great, or at least the outcome is somewhat flawed. Yeah, here's what I think. I feel like they have like several conflicting systems that just don't go together at all. Um, It's like, okay, they want, but you do activity to raise skill. They want that kind of system. And that's okay, but that alone is its own, it's like its own system. Let's see, yeah. Okay. Before we do anything, let's save the game, because that was a pretty good outcome. We got lots of medicine skill. It was fine. Let me see. So let's just say if there weren't any attributes, there weren't any focus points, you just do stuff, you gain skill, you get perks. It's kind of, I guess in Fallout you do have like attributes, so that's not a good example, but you just have a basic system like that. That would be fine. The problem is balancing it so that you can gain stuff like, okay, medicine is horrible to raise up because you have to do ass backwards things to level it up. If you play really well, you lose as few troops as possible, you barely gain any medicine. So you have to either use troops that you don't care about and purposefully let them get killed to keep building it up, or do things, you starve your troops, you take a batch of troops, have forest bandits shoot them, you can do weird things, but then you're spending all that campaign time to do that. Like basically every extra thing you have to do to raise a skill, you could be pursuing your campaign. Like if I take 100 troops and go get them shot by forest bandits and then heal them back up, instead I could have went and fought a bunch of enemy parties, and that progresses the game. It's bringing down the enemy, giving me loot. It's progressing that way. So it's like, at what point is getting more medicine, which basically the whole point is your troops will get knocked out somewhat more than getting killed. Like at what point is it not even enough of an advantage to keep spending campaign time to do that? So, I mean, the only compromise is like what I did here, just like with the sister, just give her a bunch of troops I already have. I don't care if they die. Bring them to a siege that I can win without her. I don't need any extra troops to win the siege. And we just do that, and that's like a compromise. Like, she got some skill, we keep doing stuff like that. It'll build up over time. But it only works because I don't need her troops. Like, if it were a different game, let's say I'm a rank 2 vassal, and I join a faction, and I make my first clan party, and I really need that power. I really need my full power if I'm going to go fight the enemy parties. I need max power to have like 200 good troops to fight an army, to do a siege. Then this doesn't work anymore. I can't be losing my troops or bringing extra troops that I don't care about. It's like, so, I don't know. And then this whole business with the attributes, it's just like a layer of like nitpicking that I feel like it doesn't need. Because first of all, you have the redundancy. Like these, you don't really need more than one of these. You don't need more than one of these. This one's okay. You could do all three of these if you wanted to. You don't really need to. This one's okay. All these are at least, scouting's pretty good. Tactics is okay. Roguery, it's okay. This one's really good. The stuff you get from charm and leadership are really powerful. These are all really good. I mean, you could say you can skip engineering and just, it's not necessary, but it's all good. So it's like there's no balance here into like where you should be putting your attributes. It's like this is my kind of min-max is I want the scouting. I want these. So these can go all the way to the top. And then I want just enough here that I can get mounted patrols. And then this, I go back and forth whether I want 2 or 3 control. But right now I want 3 control just so I can get this perk. Just give that bow skill to my horse archers. that seems worth it because I always end up with a couple of attributes that I don't really know where to put them. And this we'll use companions for this, even though this would be really good. This is like the alternative. The other way I do this sometimes is leave cunning at 3, just enough to barely get this perk at some point, and then pump this one up to 7 or 10 instead. And that works pretty good. Although there are some little hangups. So like your engineering, part of its uses is to build stuff in your towns, but you can only do that as the governor, and you can't be the governor. So that whole part of this skill just goes out the window. And then of course you have the perks themselves too, like some of them they don't work for you at all. So there are little benefits to using clanmates to do these roles instead of your character. But the biggest advantage is just that if you use your character for this, you can fill all 3 of these roles yourself. And none of your other clanmates can do that. They're limited to only 1, which I think is stupid. I think they should allow you to double up on them too, because, you know, I mean, really, I would get rid of the attributes and just let the 5 FP govern the whole skill. And I would also get rid of the hard cap. So let's say I don't invest anything in one-handed. I don't put any FP in there, but I use one-handed every day. So I can build it up very slowly anyways. And if I did it for a 120-year-old character that used one-handed sword every day, maybe I end up getting it capped out anyways. That would be ridiculous though. And of course, if I want to use it, I should put in the focus points to build it up faster. But yeah, I don't like the idea of having hard caps. I think they could just make it very slow when you run out of FP, and I think having 5 FP should take you all the way to the max perk or whatever the max skill they want. Like if they want, like right now, 333, I believe it's either 330 or 333 is the max skill. I feel like they should just have the focus points do that and not bother with this. So we can pick and choose. Like I want to focus on this skill, this skill, this skill, this skill. Instead of being kind of shoehorned into like, well, if I want this skill, I should do this one and this one too, and better do this one and this one, or it's a way, you know, it's just, I don't like it. Let's see. Let me see how I'm doing here. Well, I think I'm gonna have to go take a break now. Thank you very much for stopping by and talking to me a lot. And I hope to see you again, and may come back on later and play some more too. Because I'm enjoying playing it, but my jaw is not used to speaking so much. I kind of get worn out, but I think it's useful to me to have to keep talking and doing it. Ah, you have a good night. Oh, don't you want to fight with 2 different swords and a polearm at the same time? uh, if they could if they added some special benefit to doing that, there's they could get me to do it. But I mean, like if they had like polearm is really good against this unit, two-handed is really good against this, sword lets you make the enemy lord surrender when you point the sword at their, they could do creative things to get me to do that, but right now they're all just, you swing it, it does damage. Well, then I want the long glaive, and I'm not going to use anything else if I don't have a reason to. Well, I'm going to go. You have a good night. And, oh, I would grow some extra arms if I could. Everyone would. Have a good night.